Hey guys, Moneyman300 back for some more Forza 6 videos, and continuing on with our cars and our tunes for Class D, and this time we've got the 69 Pontiac Trans Am. We're going to be doing a little multiplayer live comm instead of Rivals again for this one, so we're going to hop into it. We got Road America full, should be pretty good on this. I haven't driven it on this, but it should do okay here. This lobby is a complete disaster, and I got to get up front. I mean, not that there are lobbies that aren't a disaster in this game. It's all crashers all the time, but just kind of hanging out here with this guy. Do not want that Alpine getting up there. He's an absolute crasher. And so is the guy in the orange. Pretty much anybody that drives a VW Golf is pretty much a crasher, from what I've found at this point. Especially in D class. Sorry if you drive a VW Golf and you're not, but it seems to be the, for whatever reason, the car choice for the kids out there crashing. I don't know. I have no idea why. Car's really stable. It's fast. Good car. The guys really like this one. He's off. He's gone. He hit the quicksand. All right, let's just pull away here. And there comes that Alpine. Like, that guy will try to crash. We had a little go around in the last race. Got to get out into this open a little more. Yeah, he's back again. He usually ends up out the track, so. Just trying to drive careful here, not trying to set lap times right here. Got this guy coming up on me pretty hard. He was in, I think I passed him once. I think he wrecked though. Looked like he was going to be pretty quick otherwise. He's right up on me. We'll just drive our game though. So one thing you gotta do, just drive your lines if you're out front. He's quick in that Celica. Yeah, I might have to build one of those. Thank you. He's quick in the turns. But evidently I got him in these straightaways. It's gonna be a battle this last lap because he's gonna get me in these turns. Gonna have to use these. Gonna have to use good lines. Gotta use my speed to my advantage out here. Uh-oh. That's a sign. Pretty good in those turns. That's where I got it. This is where I got to put distance on him. I've been able to so far, but there's got a lot of turns coming up. He's got a lot of opportunity to catch me in here. Got to hold on. Can't hear him a whole lot there. I don't want to look too much. Put distance where I can. He had a really good second. It's right in here where it can get dicey for me. I this turn right here is where he's going to get some serious ground caught up. Gotta stay fast through here. Good there. Still keeping my distance because this is where he caught me last time. Was in this turn here. Well, he pushed it hard there. Better turn than I made last time. That was pretty solid last lap. I did not give away any opportunities there. Held it down. I wish it would have been clean. I'm not quite maybe dirty coming in because I was getting drafted. Because I think that's probably a pretty solid lap. I don't know where 237 would have put me, but I think it would have been pretty good. I think it would have been up there in a decent... I don't know if the leaderboards, if we can look at leaderboards in between here or not. We'll take a look. Otherwise, we're going to hop on over and take a look. We'll let this race here finish out, and we're going to go look at our build and tune. Got about 30 seconds left. But anyway, yeah, this is a good balance car. I didn't go all speed on it. I did get a little bit of handling, and that makes it good for multiplayer. As you can see there, I was, when I was driving better, able to hold myself pretty well in the turns against a car that, obviously was really good in the turns. So it's a nice balance. I didn't just go all speed on this one. The Mustang that I did, a little more speed than this one. But this one's going to be a little easier to drive. So this is going to be a nice multiplayer car on these speed tracks like Road America. Up to the front of the track in a mess of a 20, or I think we might have had even full 24 players in that lobby. I don't know, but it was a lot. And what we got here, let's get through all our stuff. Skip, continue. Yes, thank you. Let's see if anybody else ran any fast laps in there. 237, a couple seconds faster than where anybody else was. In that whole deal. The guy with the Alpine A10 was, of course, back there, I'm sure, crashing the entire time. So let's continue here. Let's back out. I'm still curious to see where about, and we're going to go look at that on Rivals, where about that might be from a leaderboard perspective. We'll check that out. Come on. Loading. We got to back out of this lobby, though. Terrible lobby. Just finding good lobbies in multiplayer is, and I know, get a private lobby, get friends, but if you just want to sit down and knock out a few races, that's not always practical. You can't always get a group together all the time. What kind of laps are, yeah, we don't want to mess with that anyway. Okay, let's back out of here. Get out from these guys. Let's get out of there. Let's look at Rivals real quick here and see. Look at D-Class, and we're Road America full, so let's get over here, Road America. That's Road East. Road America. I think we were full circuit. Does that sound right? Yeah, look, 237 puts us in a pretty good time. 237.5 is a, and it wasn't clean, obviously, so it's way down there in 15,000th place, but that puts us in the, top 30 from a lap time, which is pretty good in a multiplayer race, although I was able to just hang out and front run a little bit there. So let's go over and take a look at our build and our tune. So first things first, the build and the engine swap. We are going to have the 5.7 swap. You're going to see almost all, if not all, speed cars are going to have the 5.7 swap in D class. That's what allows these cars to be really good in D. So this is one of those that does have the 5.7. Along with that, normally you're going to see the centrifugal supercharger with it as well. So we've got both of those on there. Moving over to our aero, we are going to have the Forza adjustable front bumper and aero, and the rear aero as well adjustable. Both of those on there. Come over to the tires. We do have the stock tire compound. I did add some, but you really can't keep it in. Look how much you get, like 60 PI just to go up one tire. You pretty much have to use stock to stay in D, but I did add just a little bit of width. So we had two 45s in the front and two 95s in the rear. So just a little bit, that gives us just a little bit of extra grip there, which is nice. Wheels. Are those the wheels I have? Why didn't it take me to the wheels I have? Oh, because it's in the second group. So wheels in the second group is the ROJA. Is that, I don't even know if that's pronounced Roja. I don't know, but it's R25. It's towards the end of Group 2 in there. And we do have upgraded 18-inch front and back wheels on this one. So 18-inch fronts, 18-inch in the back. Come over here, we're going to have stock clutch. We are going to have the upgraded transmission, which you pretty much have to do along with the upgrade. Otherwise, you are going to top out. You're only going to have 4 gears. You get that extra 5th gear with that street transmission. If you need it to be adjustable, you can go up to the sport, but you're spending a 9 PI, going to make it tough. We do have the full race driveline on there. Was able to get a little extra weight out with that. And we got the race differential to make that adjustable. Brakes, we're going to have race brakes. We're going to have race springs and dampers. Race front roll bar, or anti-roll, rear anti-roll, no chassis reinforcement or roll cage in there. And we do have one up on, so this is one thing I did is I did take a little bit of weight out of this one. I made a little bit more speed version of it, and I didn't have the weight in there, but it kind of felt sluggish and didn't, it turned okay, but it didn't feel quick, I guess is the word. It was just okay. And I was running decent lap times with it, but I do like the little bit lighter version of this car. And it's not by any means light. You know, we're still talking about over 3,000 pounds. And that doesn't save a ton, but it really seemed to make a difference. And it really felt better there. Engine parts. I don't think we have anything. Let's run through here just real quick. Yep, stock there. Stock here. Stock here. I think I had a build that had, I think, just the centrifugal supercharger upgrade on there. But I don't think I ended up in this build with any of that. So yeah, there's the one I did have before. That was my more speed version that really wasn't that much faster and wasn't worth it. So that is it for the build. Let's take a look at our tune. We're going to be 28.5 and 28.5 like always on the tire pressure. I don't find a big need to play around a whole lot with the tire pressures. It doesn't seem to make that much difference. There's no gearing changes you can make on this one. Negative 2.0 and negative 1.5, that's basically my new starting point, and I adjust from there if I need to, but most of the cars I found that to work pretty well. 0.0 and 5.0. In some of the muscle cars like these, you could go more. The grip cars I find get really twitchy when you do that. We got 15.99 and 18.36 on the front and rear anti-roll bars. Our springs are at 502 and 466. So this was really just to give me a little bit of to take out some of the understeer in the mid-turn so the car really sets up and holds the line nice. We called it just slightly oversteer tuned. This here with the springs being a little bit softer in the rear, just to help control wheel spin coming out of the turn. So that's the reasoning why you see those two. And this is kind of common for me in a muscle car to have those settings similar to that. I left the ride height alone at 8.3 and 8.3. Rebound front at 8.6. Rear at 10.5. That lower front is to help with turn in. And the same thing on the bump with the softer bump in the front at 2.0 and 3.2 in the rear. Take all the downforce out of it. You don't need downforce for this. You're just putting those parts on to get you a couple extra PI, and then you take that downforce back off of there so that you can maintain good speed. 48% and 150, that's where I started, that's where I finished, that's my default starting point. For me, that works well in most cars unless the weight balance is way off on a particular car, but that felt pretty good there. And 25 and 10 for our acceleration and deceleration. So there we go. There's another speed car. This will work on a lot of the muscle car, speed car type of tracks, the Bathurst and the Road Americas and the Indy GPs and the Daytona Infields and Sebrings, really good on Sebring tracks. So there's other ones as well. One of these days I'll go through and we'll go through kind of a little bit more track by track and talk about the type of tracks and the types of cars that work on them. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up with that. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.